What's going on, everybody? I've hit Mythic rank in Magic Spellslingers, and now it's time to test out one of the underrepresented Planeswalkers in the game right now. Let's go. What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Rox Squad, and here we do all things Magic and Magic Spellslingers. So if you watched one of my streams last week, you'll see that I made it to the Mythic rank, since then I've been trying to figure out what I should do. I don't really have a lot of need or pressure or anything like that, or a real drive to try and hit anything higher. Really, I mean, like people mentioned, oh, there's a rank 1, but I don't really have that kind of desire. I don't care about being the best. I just care about being, just kind of feeling good, feeling that I'm good at the game, and I feel like I've accomplished that. So nothing's really changing for me personally. Again, just going to continue playing the game, but now I'm kind of freed up to kind of have some fun, and that's exactly what we're doing today. I kind of want to feel out some of the other planeswalkers in the game. So far, really only played with Ashiok and with Drizzt. I mean, obviously, I played with Chandra at the earlier ranks. I tried out a Jaceless, didn't really work out too well, and also none of the other planeswalkers really fit well to my playstyle, or to kind of the kind of strategies that I gravitate towards naturally. But yeah, so Teferi was one that I saw on the ladder, not that often, and even the times where I did, I'll be honest, I kind of laugh at it. Not that it's inherently bad or anything, but just nothing that I really saw really impressed me. It seemed like Jace or Kiora did a better job of being the more late game decks, and some of the other things like Kaya or what else? Just some of the other decks tended to be that are you would consider like mid-range or interactive decks, seem to be generating value a little bit easier. Vraska, right? Vraska generates value and also even has pretty good removal pieces. So yeah, so I just like didn't really see a reason to try out Teferi. And then I saw this list, and this looks pretty interesting. Has a lot of really powerful cards in it, and some decent engines going on. So figure that we can just test it out, try it in a couple of games, and see how it goes. Before I get into the deck list here, if you enjoy my content, remember leave a like, comment, subscribe. All that would really help me out. Also go and follow me on twitch.tv/roxzora098. I stream Magic Spellslingers for a couple hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays, starting at about 8:30. Just kind of chill, hang out, and yeah, come hang out. All right, let's go ahead and talk about Teferi here. So first, starts off at 25 health. Nice health pool there. The outward ability here makes it so that every third trap you play, you draw a card. So instantly, you see there, we're going to be playing some traps. We're going to be using them to dig through our deck. Pretty straightforward. And I find this really interesting when I looked at it, because not a lot of decks really rely on playing lots and lots of traps. This is kind of the game's version of instance. So again, Teferi is naturally kind of representing the control decks. If you think back to Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, back in actual Magic, right? That's kind of like the thing they're trying to emulate. So yeah, so let's take a look at the signature spells here. So first up, we have Teferi's Acolyte, 3 mana 2/5 with debut. The next trap you arm this turn costs 0. So already you see there, got a good creature to kind of synergize with the theme of the deck. You can play this and just instantly arm a trap. So you get a good mana value for it. There's a couple of 1, 2, and 3 mana traps in the deck. One of them being the signature trap for Teferi. So yeah, you can go ahead and just play this and arm it. And even if your opponent doesn't trigger your trap, it's still, kind of giving you that kind of safety net. So, and also at the very least, you end up with a 2/5 body, which is pretty good, again, especially since this deck is going to kind of lean more defensively. So the signature trap here is Absorb. Again, you'll recognize this card from Magic. It's a trap very similar to Remand, if you're familiar with Jace. If your opponent plays a card that costs 3 or more, you counter it, and then you heal yourself for 3. So this is actually kind of more hard hitting than Remand, in that it still hits cards that cost 3 or more, but it straight up counters it instead of putting it back into their hand. and you heal yourself for 3, so you get a nice little health boost to again help you stay alive, again being a slower deck. So really, really powerful card. This is one of the reasons why you kind of want to be in Teferi. And then a really interesting artifact here in Teferi Staff, 2 mana artifact, 2 charges, and you draw a trap from your deck when you activate it. So again, still working with the theme, giving you some card advantage. Kind of think about this as the Dex version of Isochron Scepter. Again, just a 2 mana artifact that gives you some card advantage, right? Drawing 2 cards from your deck. So yeah. So those are the signature spells. So you kind of see how a Teferi deck might be built. This is the way this one has been built. So let's just kind of go through. I'll make one note real quick. I do like the deck builder here has decided to use 1 Teferi staff as opposed to 2. This is kind of a card that doesn't do much to affect the board, and as you'll see, we're not running so many traps. We're running a good amount. But we're not running a crap ton. And so there could be a possibility where, you know, if you play this, you draw a couple of traps, you draw some more traps, and if you draw this or play this too late, there's a possibility that you actually don't have enough traps to draw in from your deck. So yeah, very interesting going on there. Oh, sorry, we'll mention the land real quick because that's really, really important. We have Tolarian Academy. This is a land that's been used so much in a variety of different decks. Artifacts seem to be very powerful in this game, especially for these kind of value generating decks, which is really interesting to see. I didn't think these would be too good to start off, but they are. So yeah, I'll mention this when we talk about some of the cards that it affects. So first up, we just have Runeshell Crab, stable in pretty much every single blue based control deck. Disorient here, our first trap, our first non unique trap. Disorient here gives the strongest attacking creature -3/-0. Really, really good early. Just shrink your opponent's creature that is likely a 1, 2, or 3 power creature. Again, you're playing this in the earlier turns. Later turns, it just kind of shrinks something down and then probably draws you a card because of your outwit ability. We've got Leonin Healer here, just 2/3 debut heal, good to stabilize, just as good to early drop that gains you some life, just good for this style of deck. Got 1 Retaliate for some removal. And here's our first artifact here in Isochron Scepter. This is again a staple in so many of the blue decks in the format. Activate, draft a spell, the cost 2 or less. You get a slew of different removal spells or card advantage or interaction pieces at your disposal. Disposal. So yeah, and then again, because of Tolarian Academy, this can even be a turn 1 play. So 1 mana, draw 2 cards is just insane. And then if you trigger this once, it's free. So it's just a free draw 2. You know, everyone knows how crazy this card is. You got 2 snap shell turtles here. Just a good 2/4 body. And then if we continue to play traps, it's going to get bigger, which is, you might not think is relevant, but again, in Spellslingers, trading up on creatures is just as important as it is in Magic. So if you can trade this for like a 5/5, 5 mana 5/5 or something like that, you're going up on mana. That's really, really important. We talked about staff here. There's 1 copy of Panharmonicon. This works really well with a couple of different creatures in the deck. First of all, healing yourself for 3. Got Merfolk here to give a creature -2/-0. So you can shrink stuff really, really small, kind of like with Disorient. A really good one here is Eminent Archangel. So this is the 5 mana 3/4 flying with debut. Heal yourself equal to the damage you were dealt last turn, but it's a maximum of 7. So your opponent hits you for a bunch, you heal up that much. And it's really good to just kind of help you stabilize again. Now, the way this interacts with Panharmonicon is that you get the maximum 7 from a singular debut, but Panharmonicon will give you an extra, it triggers the whole ability again. So if you are attacked for 7 or more, you play this, you heal for 7, you Panharmonicon, and you heal again for 7. Again, it just cares about the debut when it happens, right? So yeah, really, really powerful play that you can make with Archangel. Yeah. Some of the other cards here, we've got one of the best traps in the game, Immolating Glare. Just your opponent attacks, kill their biggest thing. Really, really good. We talked about Merfolk, we talked about the signature spells. This is a card that I hadn't seen before, and it's actually, I think, a little bit under looked at right now. Just 5 mana, 4/7, that when it blocks, you heal yourself for 2. Just a really good defensive body, a really good defensive card in general. Yeah, very interesting. And it's also like a fine attacker, right? Like I wouldn't mind like getting into the red zone with it a couple of times. New inclusion, or new from the new bundle of cards. We've got Wizard Spellbook, activate, or 5 mana activate, draw 2 cards. It's got 2 charge counters. So with the Tolarian Academy, it's already 4 mana to draw 4 cards. Good deal. And then again, if this ever triggers again, it's even cheaper. Just a really, really good deal. At our top end here, we've got some more flashy stuff. We've got Second Sun's Dawn, heal yourself for 7 for 6 mana, and then you put a big 10 damage spell that, 10 mana spell that deals 10 to everything that your opponents have. And their face. So sometimes they can end games, but really it's just there to heal yourself for a little bit, clean up the board, and then win with your late game value. Then we've got 2 Jade of Judgment here. This is a auto include. This is a pretty self-explanatory one. Just wipe up your opponent's board. Really, really powerful. And then our kind of win con here is Arcanus, the Archmage. Debut, add a mystical arcana to your hand and the remaining 2 to your deck. So there's 3 of them. They're all 5 mana spells. The first one gives everything sneak. Second one gains control of an enemy creature. And then the other one summons the 3 Sky Master Sphinxes. I've not gotten to the point where I've played this card yet, so I don't remember exactly what it generates, but I assume they're like, something with flying that does something, and you win. Yeah, so this just like provides so much value in the end game. Again, you're likely to play this when you have not a lot of cards in your deck, so you're likely to draw these again. I'll also note that this is another kind of little combo with Panharmonicon. You play Arcanus, you Panharmonicon it, and you generate more of those. You generate a ton of value, and your opponent's very unlikely to win in that kind of end game scenario. So yeah, essentially the game plan here is to kind of play, a control plan, use stuff with our artifacts like Icecrown Scepter and Teferi Staff to gain up that card advantage, draw some cards, then play our traps like Immolating Glare and such and absorb to disrupt and interact with our opponent. Wipe up the board with Day of Judgments and such, and then win just through either value. Sometimes, I guess, I played a couple of games on stream and we milled our opponent out, which was kind of weird, but yeah. The other, mainly we're trying to just do Arcanus. That's my goal, is to try and do that. I don't always end up doing that effectively, let's say. But yeah, this is really interesting. I'm really excited to kind of play around with the control deck, play some long games, play really kind of astutely, instead of just the classic Jurius or Ashiok thing of spam spells and go face, or deal a bunch of damage with Ashiok, let's say, So yeah, really interested to see how this deck feels. So let's go ahead and get into the games. All right, here we are against Vraska of all things, and this is again one of those characters that I think is going to be able to outvalue us. I'm not sure. They have the old graveyard. I think I keep the Retaliate. I think I keep the Merfolk. I'm not sure about the Shell Turtle. I guess I'll keep it because this is like my now that I drew this Room Crab.
It's time.
Okay. I will block.
Such strength.
Okay. Yeah. almost kind of want to just, yeah, I might just shrink this, but I'm not pressured to block, and I can just start attacking my opponent and attacking and just, you know, that's kind of how you win. If you can get Vraska to block with their stuff on your turn, or kill their stuff on your turn, then, you know, you're like totally fine. But yeah, the Grotesque is a good one. Although Immolating Glare is a good one against that. Yeah. I mean, our opponent's got to attack here, right? Like, how do they not? Are these?
It has been an honor.
Is our opponent just like a genius? Or are they like, how they actually had the read on, well, now I have this like retaliates, like theoretically. Oh my god. Alright, I just need to survive until Day of Judgment, right? Alright, that's pretty good. You able to play that? Yeah, we're gonna take some damage here. Yeah, it's pretty good. I guess this will give us some life. Draw some more cards. But yeah, we're looking pretty dead.
Feel the light of hope.
Well, look at that.
They just have a second turn to stone? Oh, they just have that. And we take 13, 15? Yeah, it's pretty good.
Drink deep from the well of life. Drink deep from the well of life.
Think we play this? Yeah. So we can block 3 damage from this, this, and this, and then we take 2. Unless they have removal. They have removal, we're probably dead. But if not, then we can just Day of Judgment. I mean, yeah.
Death is a part of you.
So we block this and this, and we go to 1. And our artifact triggered. So I can't even. Alright, we'll do Teferi staff here. Alright, so we retaliate against this. If we do this, we arm this, and then arm this, and hope and pray? I don't even know. Yeah. Does nothing. Even if our opponent casts a spell, right?
I should have seen that.
Yeah. The land trigger there was super unfortunate. It's a 20% chance too.
Great to watch you lose.
Alright, here we are versus Chandra. Absorb is probably gonna be one that I'm looking for. These other 2 cards are good, but you want to have that kind of early interaction. Alright, so we have Icecrown Scepter for some good turn 1 play. I'm not certain about this matchup. It seems it might be not too great for me. Ray is actually a pretty good interaction piece. I don't mind that. it'll cleanly answer that. I'm gonna wait on this. Like, if my opponent plays something that destroys my artifact, like, it's gonna be super feels bad, but... Okay. Yep, more haste. Retaliate's not bad. Burn through. Dang, this is awkward. Should I actually, if I pan Harmonicon, I can Archangel and like gain a bunch of life. They deal me a bunch of damage. So yeah, maybe that's right. Expect something like a 3-mana 3/3. Yep. Try it with haste, the Minotaur. Yep. Think I am gonna absorb here. Let my opponent hit me, and then I'll Archangel and gain more life. So it'll be gain 6. Yep, that's a good one.
Nope. Try again.
Yeah, so and because I definitely want to get something on board, right? So we'll gain 3, gain 3 again. We might just Leon and Healer here and heal ourselves again. Again, I feel like it won't be too much to outvalue our opponent here, but we will need to dang. Well, after drawing the second Day of Judgment, now I really want to, yeah, just
Drink deep from
heal myself. Heal myself again.
This is justice.
And like now we're gonna be able to Day of Judgment the board. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Yeah. Blockety blockety. Interesting that they don't. I guess, yeah, because then I just get to eat their stuff, but I gotta get through this at some point, right? Let's see what they play here. Yeah, they play another creature, so I think with that. Oh, come on. This is the second time in a row. I would love to be able to play my stuff on curve. I think I do just disorient here. If they attack with this, then it becomes a 0/1 that can't block, so... Yep, okay. It'll save, this will like save me some damage, right?
This is justice.
Ooh, interesting.
This is justice.
I think I need to Day of Judgment here. Okay.
The heavens obey me.
Should I Wrath again? Where should I Second Sun's Dawn? I think I can, yeah, just heal in Second Sun's Dawn and be okay. Interesting. Storm Seeker. Deal damage equal to the difference. Okay.
Take this. Bye.
Okay. Think I just jam this.
Unimaginable things.
And like I should be able to win this. Like I can. Like I block this here. We take 5. We go to 7. We might have to get a little lucky with. Ooh, okay. All right, I'm gonna gain control of this. We'll draw some cards. Oh, those are the sphinxes that okay, cool. That's what those are. There we go. Oh, I gotta let my dog out. All right. So notice here we haven't even really enabled our ability yet. Please don't hit my face. Yeah, that's fine. That's very fine.
Kill and eat.
The heavens obey me.
Yeah, it's fine, right? Oh my goodness, that was great. Because that takes me above 5. Oh, or we can just win the game. Wow, can't believe the second son actually won me that game. Huh. Alright, here we're up against Drizzt, and I think I'm going to ship back this Panharmonicon and keep my staff and the crab. Yeah.
It's time.
Well then, let events take their course.
Alright, so given we drew this, I think I'm going to play the crab. So I can play the turtle next turn and then the glare. If I didn't draw a good trap or just a general good interaction piece, I might have played this. Then playing nothing there, nothing for the first 2 turns. It's kind of interesting.
Let's gear up.
I'm actually okay with this since I have a retaliate. Not really interested in the glare. I think I'm just gonna draw. Ooh, yeah, we'll do disorient, right? Like it's like fine. Let's go. Interesting, they just hero skull. Kinda wanting to hold up absorb after that. Sure, okay. Paralyzing array, sure. That was what they got off of Hero Skull, so now I'm just gonna glare and like... Honestly, I can attack here and then heal up my guy. I was kind of expecting that. It's kind of fine, I'll just heal myself up.
From the well of life.
Okay. Because like now they attack with the Stoneforge. I kill this, like it's Stoneforge and Karaskar, and I kill the Stoneforge. Yeah, this is fine. Like, it just depends on if we can kill. Like I don't know what sword or what mythic weapon they got off of this. Yeah, this is fine. Because now I can retaliate against the Karazakar. Just took 3 damage, right? It's like not that bad. 3 damage. So you retaliate here, we disorient, and play 2 crabs. Yeah, we chillin'. Sure.
He may look hard.
Yep. So now if they attack with Momir Vig, they were in a pretty good spot, right? And holding up all 6 of our mana telegraphs that we have a trap, but it doesn't telegraph what our traps are, which is pretty strong. Okay, that's pretty good.
Come, my shadow.
Right on time.
I think I'm blocking here. We know that this isn't triggering this turn, so that's a big boy. It's a big boy. I think I'm healing my face and absorbing, passing.
Come, my shadow.
Take this. Goodbye.
Please play something into my absorb. That's not it. That's not it. You kidding me? All right, we'll just play this.
I have seen unimaginable things.
Ooh. Ooh.
A competition.
Okay, Inferno. I gotta. Oh.
Come, my shadow.
Honestly, I might just block this and steal the Tarmogoyf. Yeah.
Let's have some fun, shall
Like, I would love to steal this. Oh, we also have to see that. Okay. Yeah, we're chilling.
Come, my shadow.
I'll just stick this in front of the Doge. Cat. Not the Doge, the cat.
Let's have some fun, shall we?
Yeah. One's kind of doing a good job of doing nothing. Well, we don't want to return it to their hand, because then they're just going to replay it. I think I just mend here. Yeah, we just like mend. Or sorry, we heal ourselves up, we play the Acolyte, and we absorb again.
Please and thank you.
Full attack. That there shows no shields up, no giant growth. So that's pretty good. Millstone. I mean, yeah, this is happening.
This is justice.
And we'll block here. Have to take 2.
Studies.
That's actually fine. Yeah, that's fine. Golf is big. That's pretty good. Let's see what this gets us. Can return their Goyf. Summon a bunch of dudes. And have an absorb. I mean, this can just go in front of here, right?
This is justice.
Who wants some?
Yep, Goyf. More flyers. More dudes. That's also pretty good. Do I even need that? Just like... Nice, we mill all of their like legends and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Who wants some?
Yeah, so that's even better. I thought this would just be like some like 3-powered flyers or something like that. This is like much better, right? Alright, we'll cast this. We'll cast this. Honestly, we could even cast this and draw more cards. I'm not worried about my life total at the moment. Day Judgment's a nice kind of like safety net. It's fine. I'm not drawing any more cards here. I think I'm just gonna keep attacking.
Who wants some? Who wants some?
We'll mend ourselves. We'll stack up some absorbs and play this.
I will quench your fury.
Does it even matter? Wait, it's the biggest thing, but we're like probably gonna block it anyways. Opponent is also at 2.
The match is yours.
Did our opponent leave? Okay, I guess our opponent just like left. We didn't get the notification. Cool. Yeah, I mean we're gonna win that game. So. Alright, so this is very exciting. We have a Teferi mirror here. I don't know if I keep this. I think I'm actually gonna get rid of it. Like they don't have a ton of creatures. At least they shouldn't. I don't expect them to, right?
Sorry, I'm late. I'm ready when you are.
Seek knowledge.
Oh, I guess that's the thing. Oh, maybe I should have kept the Disorient. Oh well. Wizard's class. Or like the School of the Wizard, whatever it is. Yeah. I keep saying Wizard's class because again, they kind of are emulating like the class cards from Magic. So I just keep relating them to the class cards of Magic. All right, what do you got? Show me something. Acolytes, sure.
And thank you.
I'm going to assume that it's an absorb, and maybe I just play another absorb and pass. Oh, no, never mind. Interesting. So I expect our opponent to just like straight up pass here because they expect me to play absorb. It's the whole metagaming going on here. Yep. I think I'll just retaliate. Oh, they have a negate? Wow. I'm kind of... Huh. Okay. I guess I should have blocked because I'm gonna try and play Archangel anyways.
Here's an idea.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, let's just play the Archmage here. Blocks the bird and... Hello, Doge. Go ahead. Oh my god.
A fellow seeker.
Interesting. My opponent's plays are confusing the crap out of me. I think I'll block like this. Just keep my guys healthy. Do. I think I'm gonna just... Oh, I can attack. Okay.
Right on time.
Yeah, I guess I should have been aware of that. Man, playing around traps in this game is so hard. Yep. I think at this point we just like glare, play a turtle, and play this. See what we get. This can kill something, right? No, it can't. Fun. I think we want to do this anyways because we want to at least kill stuff or be able to do something. Yeah, that's fine.
Nope. Try again.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Alright, I think we'll just block their biggest thing. But like, we're getting rid of all of their stuff, so like, we should be able to Supreme or Day of Judgment, right? Like when we need to. Like, that's my hope. Ooh, interesting. I can wait. This is a kind of a cool play. I can just kill the bird right now. Yeah, I think it's better. Maybe anticipate is just better. I think anticipate is just better. To try and find stuff. Yeah, the staff. Draw some good cards from our deck.
Let's mix it up.
Can burn. I think we'll do this. Just pass. Interesting heal for it. You know what this is? This is a mill plan. This is a mill plan.
Let's mix it
This is gonna be a mill game. I could already tell.
Boundless potential.
Sure. That is gonna be hard to outvalue our opponent, though. Well, honestly, probably have to figure out how we can plan our Day of Judgments. Oh, you know what? I'm just realizing we could technically absorb. So like if I do this plus this on this, like heal myself. And like they drew the wizard class or whatever and just cast it right here. Okay. I think I'm gonna absorb. Just play the crab and just do nothing. Like I guess I could play this and just not draw cards. Yeah. Oh, they absorbed my thing. Oh no, and then I absorb, they absorb.
Nope. Try again. Right on time.
How many cards do I have? 14. Honestly, I should draw it. Probably just draw towards my Arcanus. Like I'm at such a low. I'm so much lower health than my opponent, and they have their Arcanus. Yeah, our opponent's deck is just filled with like much, just more raw power level stuff. Think we'll draw more cards? No, we're not. I don't think we can. Holy moly.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, I think we lose this already. Like, we didn't draw into Arcanus before them, and they have this School of the Mage payoff coming down.
Let's mix it up.
All right, so no other like anti-trap stuff.
Call the elements.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, honestly, we should just start like alphaing. It doesn't really matter because again, our opponent has so many creatures, so many cards. Yeah, this is like a really annoying thing where I can't neither of us can produce enough pressure. I guess like again they have this like sneak, so technically they could, but
I will quench your fury.
and like simply because I drew some cards, I'm gonna lose. It's Big Sag. Yep. Yeah, so that's crazy because they still get a 5/5 at the end of this. Yeah. Balanced. I guess. Okay, hold up. If I draw Arcanus here. Alright, we can Arcanus and Panharmonic on Arcanus. Are you kidding me? I drew all those cards for nothing. I guess I can, if I can draw into the steel, I can steal their water elemental. I don't know, man. You think control mirrors and magic, actual magic, are brutal. This is atrocious. Am I having fun? I can't tell. I don't think so. This video has now just become me torturing myself. You can also see, by the way, like by now, like we've drawn so many cards. The second Teferi staff here would do absolutely nothing, right? All right, so those are dying. Yeah, I think I attempt a Day of Judgment here. Okay.
Please and thank you. Nope. Try again.
Yeah. How did my opponent generate so many cards? Yeah, that's a good one. Gonna do I still have that in my deck, right? And that's gonna do absolutely nothing for me. That does nothing for me. This also does nothing for me. Wow, great game. Okay, Isocron here. If I give this haste, does that do anything? I don't think so. But like, these other two cards do absolutely nothing, right? It's just... I guess we don't even play the Archangel yet. Just gain some life. Because the Archangel can regain us life and then we'll give it haste. Alright, I got a Day of Judgment here, right? I gotta do the second one. Let's generate our other card here. Giving this flying seems interesting. This also seems kind of interesting. Does that do anything? Not really. Just like play this on our Watchful Giant after we Day of Judgment. Play the Archangel. I mean, I'm staying alive here, but like again, our opponent's at 47. I don't see how we win. Wait, so the three cards left in our deck are the two Arcanas and the second Sun. Right?
Hello down there.
I can hasten it, give it flying.
This is
Wee. Does absolutely nothing. The order would need to be flyers in order for this to do anything. Dang, I wish I could have like drawn this when I had a chroma. When they had a chroma and just Yep.
Here's an idea.
Alright, so we want the other Arcana. This doesn't matter. I'm gonna be dead before I'm gonna have no cards before I take lethal damage. Come on.
This is justice.
Now you're just making good games. Good game.
Yep.
Allow me.
Yay! Wipe our bonus board. Deal some damage.
I should have seen that coming.
It really sucks because we actually were fighting like our opponent wasn't enabling their mage, their wizard, thing. We could have won.
Right on schedule.
We just had more cards in our deck. All right, so those are a couple of games with Teferi. I think all in all, my recollection is it was like 4 or 5 games, roughly about a 50% win rate, and I think one of them, if I'm remembering, was like they just like ditched. But so like that's still again like 5 games, roughly 50% win rate. That kind of means the deck is fine. And you kind of saw there that the deck definitely does a good job of generating value, controlling the board state, and also making it to the late game. I think one of the things that this deck does really well is making it to the late game, right? With our archangels, with our watchful giants, the imminent glares, the healers, and all of those things. The deck does a really good, and absorb, obviously, right? The deck can get to the late game very, very easily if you're playing against something that those interact pretty well against. That being like a lot of creatures. Obviously, I don't think I've ever played it, but I assume the Raw matchup, if they just like cast Chaos Lightning into Chaos Lightning, is horrible. Yeah, so like that is a definitely a plus for the deck. The one thing that I'll say is when you reach the late game, the win condition is not as concrete. Again, the mill plan is never reliable. Like every time I've kind of gone for these like mill plans, they never really pan out. A lot of times because a lot of the ways that most decks generate card advantage is by drawing cards. This deck has some card generation in Scepter, but not much. And Arcanus, while being really good and powerful, again, it's doing what it's supposed to do. I don't think it really does enough. I think the mirror match we played where our opponent had the scholar or the School of the Mage, right? That was definitely something that probably should be in this list. Something else, maybe even like, I don't know, maybe a second Sun's Dawn, something else to kind of win the game, because right now it's relying a little bit too heavily on doing that Arcanus play. And as you saw actually in that Teferi game, our opponent was able to counter it. Now, I don't really like running negates in these games. I think this deck has the right slew of interaction pieces, right? Lots of good creature stuff, lots of good ways to heal, good ways to draw cards. So I really like that. But yeah, a big problem with the mirror matches in these games is that again, because it's best of one, a a lot of these control decks have so many cards geared towards aggressive decks, and then they just do absolutely nothing in the control mirrors. So it's a bit unfortunate, but it's still a good deck. Again, I still think that you could like play this deck, and again, as long as you have a 50% win rate, you don't have to win every single game, right? That's not what this is about. That should never be your goal. You know, you can have fun with something like this. Again, I also don't want to again present this as like this is the perfect list. You should be running exactly these 30 cards plus the land. You know, land kind of screwed us over a bit sometimes. So, you know, if you have better ideas, by all means, go for it. But I think the general plan of using Teferi and you know, one of the interesting things that this uses the ability, right? Like we definitely drew some cards, but it doesn't dig too deep into it. There's not like 20, you know, traps in here. There's really how many? There's 2, 4, 6. That's it, right? There's just 6. There's 6 traps in the deck, but that means, you know, we're really only drawing 2 cards from our ability max, and yeah, so that's pretty interesting. Maybe there should be like another pair. Maybe that's what our opponent or that one opponent was doing, where they just like snuck 2 negates in there. Maybe that's good. Also the bird trap might be a good idea. The elemental one. Yeah, there's a ton of different ways that it seems that you can go with Teferi. Again, I still think he's a little bit underpowered in terms of both his ability and also just the general game plan. Especially because, again, like you saw even in the Teferi mirror, opponent just like wasn't triggering our traps, and when that's not happening, we're not drawing cards, we're not using our mana. So yeah, there's a lot of things that can go. It's kind of a hit or miss, right, with traps. But anyways, going back to my original point, this is definitely a deck you can play, and I would encourage you to at least try it out. You know, one of the things I'm enjoying now that I have a more vibrant collection is I love just like looking at random planeswalkers, looking at some, you know, kind of base lists and seeing if I have the cards for it. So like there was like a Rox list that I had, I just yoinked it, you know, copied it and pasted it and started playing it. So that's going to be my enjoyment of the game going forward. Again, we're going to be trying out more and more of the different planeswalkers, taking a little break from Ashiok and Drist, and testing some out. So looking forward to that. Yeah, so anyways, that's gonna do it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff would really help me out. Remember my Twitch stream Tuesdays and Thursdays, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. All right, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you for the next video.